The hardest thing I ever did in my life and the biggest moment in my life was getting a record deal. And I'm gonna tell you why. Because at 21, I was making demos and trying to shop my demo to record companies. And back then, the way to shop it was to knock on a door and get a meeting.
Yeah.
I had no connections. I didn't have a hotshot lawyer. My dad owned the plumbing supply house. And I took off on Fridays from school in college, American University. I didn't have classes on Friday. I took a Greyhound bus to New York. And I would sit in offices. That was my day to kind of like try to break into offices.
Yeah.
I would sit in the lobby and hand out my demo with my dorm room phone number, literally scotch taped to these cassettes. And I got rejected. I went to open mic nights, to clubs, talking to managers. Like, it was just a year or two of rejection. And then I finally was able to get a meeting at this company called Delicious Vinyl, who had two artists that were really big on the label. Tone Loc, who won a Grammy for Wild Thing. I love this label. I cold called the owner. I knew he was a fan of this rapper, Dana Dane. I basically told him I was Dana Dane and got a meeting. He thought he was meeting Dana. Yeah. And I got a record deal. And I just remember like that being pivotal for me, because I was like, if I could get a record deal with no help, no lawyer, no like backdooring my way in, no favors. Like, I literally did this on my own through like grit, persistence. I can do anything. And as a young kid, or even as an adult, man, when you can reinforce to yourself that like, I'm all I need, like I can get this done, that's a lesson. So all these races that you mentioned or we talked about, like that happened after that, are a byproduct of me being like, man, I can figure this out.
Yeah.
It goes back to like, there's a theme now developing in this podcast. It goes back to like, don't worry about the how. Like if you want it bad enough, you're going to figure out how to get it done.
Yeah.